Welcome back, friends, to the zombie apocalypse. I'm Juniper, and today in Project Zomboid, we've got something interesting in store. And right now, we're just working on some mechanics experience here. We got 105 out of 150. Get a little bit every time we fail to uninstall this rear windshield here. So yeah, I'm just grinding away a little bit on the mechanics experience. Oh, we actually managed to get the windshield out. Let's see if we can get the windshield back in. Every time you fail, you get a little bit of XP. So oftentimes when you're trying to grind out mechanics experience, failing is really what you actually want to do. And you're going to do it a lot at a low level for something like uninstalling a windshield. Anyway, it's 10 p.m. We're going to head on back and go to sleep just as soon as I get this windshield back in. There we go. And then in the morning, we'll head on out on a new adventure. Well, it's morning time. Let's take a look at our own vehicle before we head out and just see what condition it's in. All in all, still looking pretty good. We've got 75% charge on our battery, and our gas tank is basically full. What else can we look at here? We don't have the mechanics book to work on this car, so even if we wanted to do something, we can't. Our engine, let's see, our engine quality is 48, which is pretty bad. With level 5 mechanics, you can try to repair an engine. Basically, the way this works is you can take engine parts from busted up cars, and you can repair the engine of the car you want, and you can bump it up to close to 100% engine. But you have to have pretty high level mechanic skills in order to make that useful. Anyway, enough mechanic stuff for one day. We are headed out, oops, wrong way, but that works too. We are headed out into this rainy world, and we're gonna go back over where we were yesterday, sort of, in the same area, but we're gonna do something slightly different today. Whoops. Well, I hit that car. Probably knocked out our lights. We at least have one light still running. Not very good at driving today, evidently. The parking lot was looking so nice and tidy, and now I screwed it up. Oh well. So yeah, we're going back in this area where we were. Ooh, there's quite a bit of a mess here. We're gonna park here, and then we'll work our way in from here. Use our trusty crowbar today. Interestingly, they're all walking away from us, which is odd. Normally they walk towards us just because of the zombie pressure. But these guys are walking away from us. I can't imagine why. Interesting. Come on, come back. I like it when they're all strung out in a big line. Oh, these guys are coming towards us. What's going on here? I've never seen so many zombies on the move before. I'm a little bit confused. Well, we can take care of them pretty quick. This guy sees us. This won't be too much of a problem at all. Anybody else? That guy's just chilling right there. Hello, sir. Actually, I'm gonna keep my distance from the ambulance. Last thing I want is to find a zombie hiding behind the ambulance. Okay, so what are we doing today, you might ask? We're going over here to hit vids. Yeah. Somebody graciously pointed out in the comments that there might be videos for, what is it called? Trapping experience. and I completely forgot about that. So we're going to take a look here and see if we can find them. The ones we are looking for are, one of them is Exposure Survival 6 or something, and the other one, I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. Woodcraft. I'm going to go look up the list real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, it turns out it is just Exposure Survival 6 that we need. So we will take a look here for Exposure Survival 6, and there may be other VHS tapes in here that are useful, but we can always come back. This is like right down the road. We didn't even really have to fight our way to get here today, so the Woodcraft ones may very well come in handy, but I'm just not going to worry about it because we don't really need more woodcrafting skill. We've got level 6, which is plenty. Well, there's Exposure Survival 2, but that doesn't get us what we need. Exposure Survival 7, that also doesn't get us what we need. Maybe in the back? Exposure Survival 3 for farming. Exposure Survival 1 for fishing. Well, I'm not exactly sure what I expected here. I'll go ahead and take Exposure Survival 1 because fishing is the alternative to trapping. It is 8 o'clock. But yeah, I'm not sure what I expected. We've had very little luck in finding things first try. We've typically been able to find what we needed. However, it's taken us quite a while to find most of them. So I guess I will have to do some more research and see where other opportunities might be for us to find some VHS tapes. So we found some that are potentially useful, but for the most part, it's just a bust here, unfortunately. Well, friends, and just like that, the fog has cleared up. Sometimes the fog in this game, it just disappears instantly. Oh, hello. Hey, there's another one of those snow gillies in the exact same place that we found one the other day. That's kind of freaky. Not sure how I feel about that. Take care of these guys real quick. So, we'll have to do some brainstorming, see if we can come up with other ideas. We need one of the magazines. I forget what it's called now. But we need a magazine that gives us trapping experience, or we need that VHS tape. I think the VHS tape gives us enough trapping experience that we can use that to get to level 1, and we can go from there. I don't know for sure though. There is actually a third option, since we're on the topic of trying to get to trapping, which has been basically my only real goal here at in the short term. Is we do have the option of driving around until we find a trap that somebody else made. I think that would work. I think we could find a trap that somebody else made, and they do spawn in the world naturally. They can also spawn like in the beds of pickup trucks, I believe, if you get a certain type of pickup truck. So that's a possibility also. We'll have to keep all of those in mind, and we'll see what we can get up to. We'll see what the world throws at us, but unfortunately the easy option of finding VHS tape and the even easier option of finding the magazine didn't work out for us. Just doing some cleanup around here. Not quite sure what the next goal is going to be. Maybe I'll figure it out once I take care of these zombies. Maybe the goal should be to keep using the crowbar like I say I will. This person looks kind of weird, like their clothes are clipping or ripped, or both. You know, maybe this is a good opportunity for us to clear off in this direction. There's some interesting stuff over here. I think one of these is a baseball bat factory. Oh, whoops, we shouldn't do this, actually. There's a pretty big group there. I was not expecting quite so many. So let's do this the smart way. And we'll methodically clear through these groups. May as well. This is like the last area in the region that we haven't fully cleaned out very thoroughly. Come on, this guy takes a lot of hits from that crowbar. Okay. So I think our goal will be this group here. I don't think that there's anybody else. I think this is probably the closest group to the mall right now. There may be another one down there. It's always possible. But yeah, we're just gonna work our way through this group. Whoops, I woke all of them up. Isn't that always how I seem to do it? Well, let's go for a walk. Should be no problem at all. Using the hand axe today instead of the more powerful antique axe, just to mix it up a little bit. That guy looks a bit like Freddie Mercury. Anybody got anything interesting for me? Some watches. Oh, beta blockers. We got plenty of beta blockers. There's really nothing we need at this point, including beta blockers. So let's see, was that basically the whole group? Just these two? Oh, there's that other group up there. Don't actually want to do the same thing with them, where I pull the whole group. So we're just gonna move on back here and position ourselves wisely for these fights. Okay. You know, maybe I should pull out a katana. We haven't found a new katana in a long time. Maybe I should pull one of ours out. I think we still have a spare. Either a spare katana or a spare machete. We don't really need to. Using the crowbar helps level up my fitness and strength, but might be a good idea to pull out the katana and do some bigger work. And of course, look at that. I pulled all of them again. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, well that was easy. What next? You know, now that we're talking about a katana, this is the exact moment when the game has typically spawned a katana in on a zombie. Basically, every time we get to this situation where I'm like, you know what I haven't seen for a while? I haven't seen a katana. The game is like, oh, are you sure? Then there is one. Well, it's starting to rain a bit heavier. I don't think anybody saw us get into this car. We're just resting right now, is what we're doing. If you don't know, you can look around you when you're in a car just like normally. You hold down right mouse button and you look. It doesn't give you the little aiming icon because you're not aiming, but the same way works. It used to be that when you were in a car like this, you just had vision in all directions, which isn't really intended, or wasn't, I'm sure, so which is why they changed it. But yeah, it used to be that you could just see everything. They changed that and I was like, ah, I understand, but I'm sad. This poor lady with her purple shoes got turned into a zombie. Unlucky. Oh, we found another group over here, a bit closer to the mall than I'd like. Not that it really matters. We're quite secure in our mall. We tanked a helicopter, I think, on the south side of the mall. So we're getting to the point, this area up here is getting to the point where it's clear enough that we could probably just ignore a helicopter. Obviously, helicopters would still be a big problem if one were to come, like right now, for example, when we're out and about and killing zombies. But we may just end up tanking future helicopters at home. I think it's unlikely that we're going to have any real issues if we just stay home for a helicopter. So that's probably what I'll do. Just hunker down and read a book or something to that effect. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, it's something I haven't mentioned for a while. There's certain things about the game that I like to mention once in a while just so that people know, because there's a lot of little details in this game that the game doesn't make super clear to you. There's an option, here I'll just show you. In your options you can go to accessibility, I believe, or is it display? Aim outline, yeah, under display, if you go to aim outline and you go to any weapon, this can be a really good setting when you're learning how to play the game. And of course there's no zombies nearby for me to show you what this does, but basically it'll highlight the zombie green by default, which is really good. It'll highlight them green when you are in range to hit them with your melee weapon. And similarly with ranged weapons, which is why I have it set to ranged weapons. If I were to use a ranged weapon, it shows you what your like accuracy is. If the zombie is green, then that means you have like optimal accuracy with the ranged weapon. But if the outline is yellow or red, then you don't have optimal outline with your ranged weapon. It works completely differently for melee though. Let me just show you. I'll go find some zombies. So as these zombies are approaching me, they're not outlined at all, and then they are. When they're outlined, it means you can hit them with your melee weapon. And they'll only ever be green when you're using melee weapons, because there is no like suboptimal range for a melee weapon. You're either going to hit them or you're not going to hit them. So that's the way it works. It just shows you when you're in range to hit them. And it's really useful if you're learning the game. If you're not used to how the melee works, I highly suggest giving it a try. Personally, I'm not used to it, so I don't play with it on. Playing with it on right now is actually giving me a little bit of anxiety just because I'm not used to it. So I'm going to go back here and turn it back onto ranged weapons only. It makes a lot of sense for me to use it on ranged weapons because it's really hard to know what your optimal range is, and it varies with your shooting level and everything like that, so it makes a lot of sense to have that indicator for ranged weapons. However, for melee weapons, I like my immersion, and I like to keep it off. But if you want to play with it on, absolutely go for it. Wow, the rain is pretty coming down pretty hard. Pushing up here to the Bat Factory, which is what I believe this is. I can't quite read the sign. I think this is the Bat Factory. I think it's called Chugger, which is a play on the word slugger, which is a real-world name of a real-world baseball bat company. So I'm pretty sure that's what building this is. Just go ahead and take care of these zombies. Poor mime. Okay. Heading inside. I'm going to switch to a faster weapon. And let's see what we can do. We may as well go on inside here. It may be a lot of zombies in here, or it may not be. Come on, let me see inside. Alright, there's definitely a zombie on that door. I'm going to let them bang on the door. They can break it down. What do I care? And we're just going to back off a little bit. Oh, wow. It's a good thing I didn't actually go through that door. Look at how many zombies are there. That many zombies right on the other side of a door is a recipe for getting bitten. Bitten in the hand, or just bitten anywhere. Bitten in the face. And that's how they get you, you know. You're not expecting to find a whole bunch of them behind a door, and then there they are. And we should be able to just handle this. To be safe, I'm going to back up a little bit, move to my better weapon. Always makes me a little bit nervous when I have such a big group heading towards me, but these guys were pretty staggered. That one looked like they were like a bandit of some kind. They had this crash helmet, leather gloves. I don't think I need a pair of leather gloves. We got plenty of gloves. I'm wondering if there's any on the other side of this garage door. I didn't hear anybody banging on it, but that could just be because there aren't any, or that could be because they're not awake, so I don't know which. We do have the zombie population up pretty high, so the amount of zombies inside this baseball bat factory, it's pretty high. Higher than I would prefer. I would prefer 0 zombies. But at the same time, if there were 0 zombies, then what would I be doing here? They just keep pouring out, don't they? Just back off a little bit here and give them an opportunity to file out. Certainly hear more in there. There's a staircase here. I wonder how you get in this back area. I don't see a door, but there must be a door. It's gotta be a door. We may not get inside the baseball bat factory today after all. We've done quite a bit today, in all honesty. So maybe this is a multi-day project like most of our projects, but we'll go ahead and head on up here to the front door. Maybe we can see some more zombies from that angle and see how busy it looks. Goodbye, zombie. Uh-oh. One coming behind me. That's always scary. Scariest things is when they come behind you. That's why the keen hearing trait is so good. It's because it gives you a larger distance behind you. C-U-H-G. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's chugger, like slugger. Any more of you? Alright, I got both the front doors open. Anybody else in the street? This guy stood up. We can go deal with him real quick here. Oh my god. That's a lot on the window. I'm gonna get away from that window, actually. With that many zombies banging on a window that has one board, they're gonna break it so quickly. They broke glass? Somebody broke glass. Yeah, you see, look at them all pour out. Imagine if I was standing right there when they poured out like that. That would have been really bad. Our character is anxious, and so am I. Oh, here's a zombie with a big backpack. Not that we need any more big backpacks, but we'll go ahead and take a peek at what she's got. Looks like a kitchen knife. Though it looks like we're going to be inundated by this swarm first. That one's got a spiked baseball bat. Some cool stuff on these guys. Not that we need a spiked baseball bat. We have so many weapons. Oh, this one's got a cool jumpsuit, tracksuit of some kind. Pretty sure that's from a mod. Yeah, it's from Authentic Z, the sports outfit. Cool. Alright. Spiked baseball bat, Holly's backpack. I'll take the flashlight, I guess. I don't think I'm going to take the baseball bat. We just don't need the baseball bat. How about this person? They have anything useful in their hiking bag? No. Police bulletproof vest that's damaged. That's okay. Do we have a bulletproof vest or something on? Looks like no. I should probably look for a military vest and see if we can add to our protection layer. Hello. Uh-oh. Our robust battle axe of the mammoth is taking some hits here. This is another raider zombie. He had two bandanas on or something along those lines. That's kind of silly. See, sometimes even I miss swing. You know, I'm not quite sure where the range is. Four is a lot to take with the crowbar. But we got plenty of space to back up. So we can take it just fine. Okay. What did this guy have? He had a stone hammer, a map of Ekron, duffel bag. Really nothing we need, unfortunately. Nothing in good condition either. Alright, let's push back up to the front door. There sure are a lot of them here. I guess everybody was making baseball bats when the world ended. Ooh, stay away from that window. A party? Was there a party at the baseball bat factory too? Seeing all kinds of cool zombies here. Although I guess I've been seeing the party zombies a lot recently. Okay. Baseball bat factory. We stepped inside the door. So that's always fun. This whole area seems busier. I mean, it makes sense that it's busy. We haven't been here, but it seems busier than I would have hoped. So we're definitely not going to make it inside the factory, and that's okay. We've come and we've seen it. There's nothing in there that we need, unless we wanted to play baseball. There's an awful lot of noise coming from this other building here, or somewhere in there. A lot of zombies somewhere. We're gonna stay out here in the street where it's safe. I just don't feel safe anywhere other than in the street. 99% of the time, I don't want to be anywhere but the street. What does that person have on their back? Oh, I think it's a flute. Person coming behind me. I think we saw a flute when we were clearing out the mall. That's cool. It's always cool to see those unique items. We'll go ahead and confirm it's a flute just as soon as we take care of these people. We're getting winded. It is indeed a flute. I guess I'll take that home. And yeah, getting winded, so it's time to call it a day. We are headed out. We're headed home, back to the car. We shouldn't get to any trouble along the way, but if there is, I'll let you know. Wow. Just standing here in the parking lot looking around me, there's so many just dead body piles everywhere, and they're not huge piles. There can be some pretty darn big piles of zombie bodies in this game. But just to stop and, like, I'm fully zoomed out right now, or I was close to it, and there are just zombie bodies everywhere. Just goes to show how much we've been clearing this all out. And, like, all this we've done entirely by hand. I haven't used any fire or anything to that effect. Just whacked them all. And we're home, safe and sound. Nice garage. Let's see if we can park in the square. There we go. Okay, well, thanks friends for joining me today. I'm Juniper. I hope you had a good time, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye-bye now.